Hi, welcome back to Stress Free Glamour. As I warned you guys last week, I was going to go with a minimalist makeup look today. So I told you I would show you what I would look like without my eyebrows. So this is what I look like without my eyebrows. I'm sorry I'm laughing so hard. Also, by the way, if you hear noise in the background, that is the dishwasher because I have that going. You can tell where this video is going to go. Anyway, I have no makeup on other than, give me a moment here, primer. I do have Laura Geller primer on. This is a water-based primer, and I will be using it with my water-based foundation, my Fenty Pro Filter, and then I'm also going to mix it with the MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation, only because I want a bit of a waterproof thing. If you're wondering why my hair is in ponytails or pigtails right now, it's because after this video is done, I'm going to go out for the bike ride that I should have gone out for earlier today, but I was a little too lazy to. So that being said, this video may or may not go off the rails based on how everything's going, but I took a look in the mirror and I'm like, ew. So as you can tell, I have my rosacea patches here, more so on this side than this side, but I'm very red. So I use a yellow-based foundation to help neutralize that. It helps tone down the redness without putting green makeup on underneath. The green makeup either will show up green through my foundation or even better, gray, which, let me tell you, not a lovely look. And also, as you can see over here, I have sunspots. That's what I think what's my grandmother used to call them, sunspots. So they are sun damage, and eventually they will work their way out of the skin. That's part of what I'm using the Retin-A for. I used to have 5 on this side, and 2 of them worked their way out. I do have a couple on this side, but just not as dark. Anyway, that's the importance of sunscreen. This is what happens when you get older and you've had sun damage when you were younger. So that being said, I'm going to take my Fenty foundation and put a little on my hand. And then I'm going to take my MAC foundation, make a huge mess right now. The Fenty is 210. The MAC is in C3. I'm going to mix this up. The C3 is a little darker, but it is a little bit more waterproof. I've got it all over the back of my hand. I probably have put way too much on my hand, but that's okay. So I'm going to start working on that. As I said, I use the yellow to help neutralize. I'm going to move my mirror here, and I have to look a little closer because my eyesight is just atrocious. I'm going to work this in my skin. This is a Beauty Blender-like product. I don't know if this one is my actual Beauty Blender or if this is a different one. So I'm going to put this all over my face. I also put it all over my eyelids. I use that instead of a primer on my lids. It works well for me. But you know, if it doesn't work well for you, that's totally fine. You know, feel free to use something else. But it does work for me. I'm going to put that on my ears because my ears have a tendency to be a little on the red side. And then I'm going to work that on underneath my chin. While this is going to be a minimalist look, this is definitely not going to be a minimalist foundation, only because I need a little bit of a heavier coverage. That's what happens when you are 48 years old and you play in the sun a lot, or played in the sun a lot. Now, I'm trying to blend everything nicely. It's just that right now, my eyesight is absolutely atrocious. Not right now, it's always atrocious. My eyesight is always really bad. But I'm trying to make sure that I don't have any spots that have extra foundation that hasn't been blended in. I did do a makeup tutorial with a friend, or not a makeup tutorial, but just playing around with makeup with a friend, and I had, by that time, a little too much alcohol, and so I had lovely patches all over my face of where I did not blend in my foundation. And I had a paper towel around here somewhere, and I don't know where it's at. Give me a moment here as I go off screen. Hello. I'm grabbing a towel, and I'm just going to wipe the excess off my hand. That needs to go into the laundry. So, as I said, this episode's going to go off the rails. which is absolutely fine because, you know, I spilled some foundation. Anyway, sometimes I feel like I take myself a little too seriously. I'm going to put a little Fenty concealer on my cheeks. Just brush it on like this, and also onto my lovely spots. While I have foundation on, I just feel like I need that extra coverage and that extra oomph on my cheeks, only because of all the redness that I have. Let's see here. And plus those age spots, or the sunspots, whatever they're called. Hyperpigmentation. But as I said, 2 of them worked their way out, so that was great. Just waiting for the other 3 to work their way out. So, got that going. And then I'm going to put a little of the same foundation underneath my eyes. This is my Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. I do like this a lot. This is in the color 210. And let's see if I can find the brush that I used earlier today. You may have seen other people use the so-called triangle of light underneath their eyes, and that's absolutely fine. That works for a lot of people. It's just not something I prefer to use. Probably because my foundation and my concealer are the same color. So I may put just a little bit, plus I already put some on my cheeks already, so to hide that hyperpigmentation. So it's just not something I do. I do want to get any excess that's on the brush on my nose, then also in between my eyebrows. And once again, bear with the fact that I'm looking so closely at the mirror. It's just that I have absolutely horrific eyesight. Okay. Let's put that there. Get some stuff out of the way. Now I've got my Fenty Pro Filter powder, setting powder, and I'm going to put that on. This is in the color Butter. It's like butter. Oops. I warned you. This video is probably going to go off the rails, and it is. One thing I do not do is bake. Why don't I bake? Because my skin is older. And baking, I have tried it. Looks absolutely horrific on older skin. And it emphasized every line. So I use a little bit of powder on a brush, and I am smudging it around and working it into the brush, and then working it into my skin. At first I had a little bit too much, and you may have noticed a little poof of powder going up. That's probably because I'm so horrifically embarrassed by the fact that my eyebrows are so bad. Oh well, it happens. But this is what decades of overplucking will do, and so therefore, don't overpluck. So I've got a foundation on, looking a little monotone in the color. What I'm going to do right now is I have this Marty Badescu, this is a rose water spray. I'm going to spritz that on my face, and that'll help the powder. Oh, that tasted awful. That will help the powder melt into the skin. I'm sorry that this video is going off the rails, but yeah. I'm in a silly mood. I've been laughing most of the day. It's been a good, fairly relaxing day so far. So, you know, right now I feel very silly. Anyway, as this is drying, I do have my Essence Make Me Brow, and this is in 01 Blondie Brows. So I'm going to use that on my brows and fill in what little I have there. Whoops. Or in this case, over smudge and get a big glob right there. So this is where a plain spoolie comes in handy. You can buy these really inexpensively on Amazon. I think Sally Beauty Supply also has them. Just clean them in between uses and You can use this to kind of work the product through your brows. As I said, I did a lot of overplucking over here, and then as a child, I guess I hit my head on the corner of a table, as children are wont to do, and I banged my head, and I have a scar there, so hair does not grow there. I used to have brows that came on down a little bit lower, and I don't anymore. I do have my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I do like this a lot. I'm going to go with the inner corner of my eye and kind of work my way upward. Have an imaginary line. Inner corner of the eye, working my way upward. And putting in part of a brow. I'm not done yet. I do need to look a little closer. I will have to touch this up a lot. This takes me the longest to do, only because I have a tendency to mess this up and then have to retry. I'm going to do the other side too. Have that pretend, and just use fine little strokes and kind of fill in where I've lost the brow. And since I can't afford microblading, or choose not to, only because I just think it's too expensive right now, and for something that is not permanent, because what is it, 6 months? So I have, oh sorry, for like 6 months to a year of work, and then having to go back over and over again. And if you've known anything about tattooing, tattoos can flake, they need touch-ups sometimes. Let's see here. And it's just more than I want to put into it, an effort into it right now. So right now I am just working with this. I do have my Anastasia. This is the Brow Wiz in medium brown. I also have the Urban Decay Brow Blade. This is in a taupe trap, and I'm going to use the ink stain side. This is the little marker side. And I'm just going to finely draw in some brows. I really like the fine tip of this. It just works well. Make sure that this is somewhat even. It's kind of hard to tell because I'm looking so closely. Okay. Give me a moment here. I need to put on my glasses and kind of see. So you may get a glare off of my glasses. I think they look okay. At least as of right now. I may have to do some touch-ups in a little bit, but so yeah. So this is me now with my eyebrows up. So now it's still a minimalist look, but minimalist does not mean no makeup. So I do want to emphasize. Why am I grabbing that? I'm just grabbing things randomly. Oh, whoops! I almost forgot. NYX Control Freak. NYX Control Freak. This is to help with my eyebrows and help what is there kind of stay in place. Okay. Next thing is I have this cheek leaders. This is by Benefit. This is the Pink Squad. This is really cute. There we go. Whole bunch of different colors. I'm going to use the Hoola, which is the bronzer, and I'm going to use it as a bronzer all over my face. So work on the forehead. And then on the cheeks. Some people like to put on bronzer after they put on blush. I like to put on bronzer before I go with anything else, only because it kind of gives me an idea of where my face is going at that point in time. Especially if I use too much. It'll be like, ooh, well, I need to kind of play around and kind of blend this a little bit better. Or it'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, that gives me that natural, like, really glowy look. So get the neck, also get the ears. Pigtails are in the way. I wear pigtails when I go bike riding because that allows the helmet to sit on my head properly. If I wear my hair in a ponytail, under or just a single ponytail, it has a tendency to kind of like, I don't know, it feels very uncomfortable at the back of my head in regards to the helmet. Okay. Next I'm going to go with this color Dandelion. This is like that light pink color. I'm going to use my Avon blusher brush. And I'm just going to work that into my cheeks. I do like this angle on the brush. And this is a really light pinky glow. Nothing too heavy, but just kind of enough to give like a soft glow to the cheeks on top of that bronzer. So that is that for this palette. Okay. Next is eyeliner. This is Mushroom. As you can tell, this was, well, you can't tell, this was a full-size eyeliner. I love this eyeliner, and that's why it's this little itty bitty nub. This is the Urban Decay 24/7. The color is Mushroom. It's kind of like a brownie pewter taupe or whatever. Really, really pretty. Very subtle. I'm going to put that on. Make sure I don't have any excess powder on my eyelids. And put that on really close to the lashes, on the top lid only. Very well loved. I do have another one. I just haven't opened it up yet. I will use this until I can't use this anymore. Only because I really do love it. And this is the Urban Decay 24/7, and the color is Mushroom. And then I have L'Oreal, the Telescopic Mascara. This one is a very, very, it's a lengthening mascara. It's got a really tiny brush. I really like that brush. And it grabs the lashes and adds color onto them, but without massively thickening them. I can't even talk today. So it adds a little bit of something without being too much. Once again, great for a minimalism look. And there we go. And while I normally go with 3 coats, when I use this mascara, I use 2 coats at most. Sometimes 1's enough. Just depends on how much you catch. Oh no, it's raining out. It looks like I'm not gonna be going bike riding. Cue the sad trombone. That bites. I was looking forward to it because it's warmer out. We've had such a cold winter, and it was really unpleasant, really annoying. And we finally have gotten some warmer weather, and it's been really nice. And unfortunately, things don't work out. Oh, the brush that I used for my whatchamacallit, the concealer. This is a Morphe M173 brush. Morphe 173. I really like this brush. It's really great. It's got a compact head, but it does a great job of like buffing everything into the skin really nicely. This is my new favorite concealer brush. I also do like the Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush. That is a great brush. It just, right now I'm using this one. I like that. This one is a Morphe M532 brush. This is a highlighting brush. And I've got Benefit's Dandelion Twinkle. That's their, it's not the dandelion that I put on my cheeks earlier. This is the Dandelion Twinkle. So this is a very subtle highlighter. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. And I'm just going to brush that onto the top of my cheekbones. It's not a highlighter that you would see from Space, like the Becca highlighters, or what is it, the Balm, the Mary Lou, the Cindy Lou, the Betty Lou. I think there's Bonnie Lou. I have actually all 4 of those. I do like them a lot. This one's just a little bit more subtle. I'm going to blend that in a little bit with my fingers. There we go. And then I have my lip balm. I did put my lip balm on earlier today, only because my lips have a tendency to be really dry. But this is the Sugar Rose. It's by Fresh Incorporated. I like this. The only thing is I don't like the taste of it. It tastes like roses. But I love how it works, and the taste is incidental. I just don't like the taste, but I really do like how this works, and it really does a great job. So anyway, and then when I'm all done, I do like to use a finishing spray. I have not used a finishing spray in my videos before, only because honestly I forgot. This is the NYX Matte Finish Spray. Shake it up and spray it on. They also have a dewy finish. Oh, that also tastes awful. They do have a dewy finish. That one is also really nice. I just like the matte finish. It's just one I grabbed. So this is a look that I would do for kind of like a very minimalist look, while still having on a decent amount of foundation, because I do have that rosacea on my cheeks, and then I also have the sunspots, or the hyperpigmentation that I have on my cheeks over here. I don't know. I do like the foundations, so I do like minimalist looks, but with coverage. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.